Hi, I'm Zej. We're in the middle of this. We're in the middle of one of the coolest brand new places in Poland. How does it feel? Adrenalina Moto Park Gościeradów. And this is a place that was built, I'll go show you in a moment, for rally cars and similar things. But today, with Camille Grisien, Kuba, and my flat track bike, as you can see. With a break, we were testing this facility from the perspective of motorcycles. There's such a buzz, such a vibe, because the place isn't made for motorcycles, it's for cars. So it's just fast and wide. Camille was riding the loop, the kind of cross-country, side-by-side, you know, Can-Ams and similar things. He was riding the section for rally cars. Every time he came off, he was like, what kind of track is this?
But there is a strong unpleasantness. These are this, not black. When I drove on the right here, after drinking 3 laps, you don't have to anymore. Let go of the cable! Overall, it's great. So this is it.
Baja, cross country? What is this?
There's a cross-country route there, very beaten, but everything is set and holding up. It's actually perfect because the cars that drove into the mud got really dirty, right? But when you're going, you just squint your eyes and keep going. Honestly, I have to say I already have a lot of respect for everyone who does Baja, you know?
Yeah, because they drive over the cars.
Yeah, and you kind of go blindly after a while, right? Yeah, you feel like you absolutely have to chase, focus, and you automatically put on those metaphorical blinders, and you just have to keep going, you know, pushing forward, even when it's difficult and challenging.
You don't look at the line or the holes.
It's just an incredible thrill.
Did you ride on those other ruts too?
Actually, I ride best on those other ruts because here in Grudziądz you basically just keep the throttle open all by itself. This loop, 6.5
Kilometers, but they could
mark some really tight corners because it's like you're flying, you jump over this long jump, and suddenly, man, you come down,
land in the meadow.
or into the bushes, wait, or into the mud.
Yeah, but that's exactly the point, that when you're driving a car, you should have a road book and follow it. That's what I like about this route, that it's so unpredictable. Right now, on this loop, you're just
On this really long straight stretch, right? And then you make a turn like that, a 90-degree one, but it stretches out, you know?
oh, and also
You start accelerating. You want to speed up already, but in a moment you have to ease off the gas a bit because it keeps tightening, right?
And I was riding the Rally Cross Loop, which you can hear in the background. There are cross carts driving there, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And this place is very interested in welcoming motorcyclists, and more things will be developed here. I won't reveal what the plans are, because you know how it is with plans. We should wait until things are actually done. For now, it just is what it is. Come and check it out here for cross country. The equipment, Camille worked brilliantly, smiles on our faces with the CRF 250. The only downside was that I was the only motorcycle on this track, so all the other ruts were from cross carts, which meant 4 ruts in a single corner. And I was missing my motivator, Łukasz, who usually shouts, come on, faster, faster, faster. But this surface, because it's a special kind of surface, is specially prepared since the people who built it are actually road construction professionals. Simple as that. And on the other hand, I don't know, the co-founders, the initiators, basically, a group of friends going all around. Listen, as you saw, a cross car just flew by. That's a machine with a GSX-R 750 engine, a buggy with turbo suspension, which I'll tell you more about in a moment. You can see here, someone is getting ready on a motorcycle to keep riding these loops, they're 6 kilometers each. It's kind of absurd. They're marked, they're prepared. It's just mind-blowing. What's going on? This loop, it's got 2 kilometers uphill and downhill, the G-forces. 2 kilometers uphill, downhill G-forces. And again, 2 kilometers uphill, downhill G-forces. And again, 2 kilometers uphill, downhill G-forces. And so on. Has 2. Honestly, the vibe here is just like at Rossi's rank. And here, cross cars are flying by. And to really go full throttle on these powerful motorcycles here, I definitely, absolutely need it. Łukasz, to have ample motivation, because when I was riding completely alone, it sometimes felt a bit less exciting. But I go along the winding roads and suddenly I look intently to the side and it's putt, 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 as you can clearly see, also enthusiastically burn rubber here with all kinds of high-performance BMW and other similar powerful cars. As you can readily observe, the usual important goal is precisely the same: for people to thoroughly burn out their tires and energy in safe, controlled places like this dedicated area, and not, most importantly, on dangerous public roads where it could cause significant harm. And here, as you can see, everything is secured just as it should be. This is a cross kart. Creation. I'm not going to say whose child it is, but I've already driven it, so allow me not to repeat myself. There's still plenty of material to come, but take a look at my first impressions from driving these machines on the track in Swansea. What even happened to my hands? I had to pull myself together before I started recording because my hands were shaking. I just couldn't do it. I think I have my favorite when it comes to adrenaline for Zwadi. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. We truly appreciate your viewership and hope you enjoyed it. Our Korek Laskowski Motorsport, there's Maciek Laskowski, who's currently training someone who's about to drive one of these cross carts, because you can simply rent these cross carts yourself. Today my buddy was with me. He's a rally enthusiast. He took a few laps and said how awesome it is, how enjoyable, and how easy it actually is, contrary to what you might think, especially on gravel. Because on asphalt you have to be really determined, but on gravel it's just beautiful. Let's see what Maciek thinks about this track. This place, just look at that happy face.
The most beautiful place I've seen in a very, very long time. I think it's the best facility in Poland currently built for gravel fun. I can definitely say that with confidence. There haven't been conditions like this anywhere before.
But it worked even when it was dry, then it rained and it still worked. It just keeps working, right? This mix, yes.
Everything's prepared. Don't ruin it with gravel tires.
Let's conscientiously take good care of this precious place. Let's not drive on aggressive gravel tires so we do not cause any unnecessary and avoidable damage.
Next. Okay, which specific ones do we actually race on the tires? Yes, gold speeding cross car. Yeah, that's really messed up.
Don't you have one in your car?
And there is no one in the car. In fact, we're riding on
asphalt. Yes, you're right. Likewise, we did not enter the queue. Only in those teenage years of mine. That's why we lost queue, because we won't
damage the track then. And really, look at how it holds up. Cars are driving
cross carts. There was a puddle. It dried up. The guys were watering it in the meantime. I'm just, my brain is boiling. Well,
listen, I'm just like last time, it was so cool in Sweden. On the spike, and here finally there's something that matches the spike. On the surface and the speed.
And that's what I'm talking about. We always wait for the spikes, because there's nothing like riding on ice with spikes. And finally, this is the place. Well, I just have to come here with my motorcycles because you guys were doing your own thing. And I need to have, I know.
But still, so it's smooth.
Yeah, so it's mild in one spot.
Yeah. And it will just simply be, it's just
5.8.
And there's a 6.5 kilometer section combined into one section 18 kilometers long.
Plus the rallycross track. Crazy will be coming here.
We'll definitely be using this place.
You invite me to cross start, I'll invite you motorcycles.
Of course, you are most cordially invited.
As you can see, this place is absolutely amazing. Adrenalina Moto Park rally guests. We'll be here more than once. There's even a spot for a bonfire. I haven't seen that before. Beautiful thing. We'll definitely come here for flat track training, and I think we need to bring adventure motorcycles here, because after creating a few more sections, you know, like this, specifically for practicing on motorcycles and riding these loops, I think that for adventure training, this will be one of the coolest places in Poland. Google Moto Park, guys from Radau, give them a like, and you'll be able to see what's happening here in real time. As you can see, the situation here is quite serious when it comes to actually building things. Hi. So,
related category within the same group. 10. Universally recognized milestone common potential, or frequently encountered value and development is referenced in numerous diverse contexts. 11. Extending beyond the typical single-digit enumeration. Particular point, indeed, declaration is profoundly exceptional and unequivocally important, holding immense, critical, and paramount significance. Or clearing